Hello everyone, how's it going today? Happy Friday! We are back for some more Lego building, this time the Home Alone set. Ideas number 38. It's a very big box, as you can see. It's very difficult for me to have the camera actually capture it all. But let's go ahead and start by opening it. It's also very heavy. There's a French fry pizza. Like, a pizza with French fries on it, or a pizza with French fry crust? I have no idea what that is. And howdy, Bahamut. And howdy, Young Hammerond. How's it going? Thank you very much for that resubscription. I appreciate that. Let's get this open. Yes to all of that. Alright. Get the box open. Oh, it's everyone's favorite. Boxception. Boxes within boxes. Alright, hold on. Oof. It's very heavy. Very big. It does have 4,000 pieces. Just about. Okay, that did not quite work out the way that I planned, but that may actually work to my benefit. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so, it's box number 1. Go ahead and pour out bags. I believe there's 24 bags, so... okay, there's 24 numbers. I've already seen two 24s, so, it's gonna be a few. Howdy, little bunny, how's it going? Alright, so that's that. Let me go ahead and put this down, because I don't think we need it just yet. Howdy, Crimson Clover, how's it going? Alright, so we got 22. We got a 24. There's 16. There's a 12. 20. 23. 14, 15, 19, it's 21, there's another 21. Alright, there's two 24s. That's probably the extent of 24. Howdy, Red Hyena, how's it going? Been excited for this? Excellent. I'm glad. There's 17. There's an 18. Another 18. Another 18. A 13. A 21. Okay, so 22. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and open up the other one just to make sure that we don't have any... say that having two Black Mages in FF1 is almost unfair. It is a pretty powerful class. Don't you hate it when there's like a little bit of the tape just like scrapes off in a separate section? Alright. So that's 10, 6, 7, 8, 3, 3. Okay, no, I'm probably would have seen a 20 by now, or 19. Pretty sure that's the second half. All right. So we got. I don't think there was another 23. So 23, 22. Here's our 21s. There's another 21 up here. There's 19. Bunch of 18s. Don't see another 19. All right. A bunch of 18s. And Anghammeron and Preskich, thank you very much for all of those bits. I really do appreciate that. What are ornaments? It's an A. It's ornaments. So let's see. 17. $16. There's 15. 14. 13. 12. There we go. All right. There we go. And the big honkin' instruction booklet. There we go. Put that aside because I think we're going to need some stuff from it. Alright, so we're looking for 11 now. Well, there's 11. Should check to see if we find another 11. There's 9. There's 2. 7. 4. It's the second 2. We got an 8. 5. There's 1. Three. Okay, pair of 3s. 5, 6. There's 10. You want to see all black belt party, all DPS, no magic? That is a party where the heal helmets and stuff would come in real handy. It's 9. There's 8. There's 8. Uh, 7. Here's 6. Oh, shoot. 11. Oops. Oops. Forgot to get 11 in there. There we go. There we go. There's 8. 7. 6. Here's 5. Ah, I received a level 1 hype train emote. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate the hype train and all the support. And this, of course, is brought to you by you. All of your support is what allowed us to get this one. Our current next goal is the really awesome lighthouse, where I will totally do a Tom Stewart killed me joke. Probably multiple times, and also, apparently, you guys really got pushed down here. Oh no, actually the camera got slightly jostled up. There we go. There we go. Alright, so, bag number 1. Well, let's get started. Tom Stewart killed me. Alright, let's see. We got got some wheels, got a windshield, got some panels, door piece, some large plates. Wheel. Let's get the minifig pieces over there. Brick separator off to the side. There we go. I think you saw a mod for FF1 that overhauled it to allow you to select FF3 classes. Well, I mean, the thing is that, like... I mean, some of the FF3 classes are only good for a time period. And some of them you'd have to add in all new weapons and stuff. And FF1 didn't really do the whole special abilities thing. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I don't know how well it would work. Like, I feel like you'd have to rebalance the entire game. Alright, so let's see. Home Alone at the McAllister house. Every holiday, Home Alone fans of all ages tune in to revisit the beautiful home of Kevin McAllister and his family. Released in 1990, the movie became a timeless classic and one of the highest-grossing comedies ever. With most of the story taking place inside or around the house, this big, cozy home is the perfect setting for rib-cracking laughs and stunts. Skillfully orchestrated by an 8-year-old protagonist armed with paint cans, firecrackers, and a pet tarantula on the loose. A replica of the house was built in an old Chicago high school turned production office for all interior shots. Decorated in warm red and green tones everywhere. From walls, carpets, pots, and pans to the scary furnace in the basement, everything screams the holidays. Imagine there is an element of self-imposed challenge? Yeah, I suppose. Alright, so we have some pictures of the interior here. Deck the halls with booby traps. Contrary to what the rest of the family gives Kevin credit for, he is one savvy kid. With everyone else gone, he rises to the occasion and spares no efforts as he defends his home from two ill-tempered, extremely persistent robbers, the Wet Bandits, and ultimately finds the true meaning of Christmas. Retrace Kevin's ingenious battle plan as you build and recreate your favorite scenes and stunts from the movie. Functions. Lift the roof and split the walls down the middle to open sideways and reveal the complete interior. Each floor is modular and lets you access any part of the house. Map out Kevin's battle plan in that picture. And set Harry's hat on fire in that picture. And recreate the scream scene in that picture. What was Kevin's dad doing to be able to afford that on one income? You assuming they only had one income? Not sure what Kevin's mom did in the movie. Well, I don't know that she's shown as being a homemaker either. I don't know if they say, but it could be a lawyer. It does take place in Chicago. Mess up Buzz's room. Pull the knobs on the back of the house to make the shelves in Buzz's bedroom collapse. Knock out Marv. Turn the lever on the kitchen cabinet to release the iron and knock Marv out in the basement. Throw a fake Christmas party. Turn the gear wheel on the side to spin the train with the cardboard figurine and the record player with the mannequin. Help Kevin escape. Hook the zip line from the attic window to the treehouse. Of course, you only need to hold out for 20 minutes. One thing that you remember most from Home Alone is how badly the whole family and got mad that he was snarky and petulant back. They seemed genuinely abusive at moments, but he needed to learn to appreciate them. Mom was in real estate. Yeah, there you go. That's a way to get the money. Meet Alex Storozuk, that I might be mispronouncing. LEGO Ideas fan designer Alex Storozuk lives in Ukraine with his wife Nadia and their daughter Anna. He's studying for a PhD in medicine while working remotely for a freight brokerage company. The family loves going on road trips and building LEGO sets together. Like many other kids of the 90s, Alex grew up watching Home Alone during the holidays. Home Alone has a very special place in my heart. I can't even imagine the holidays without it. It's delightfully nostalgic and brings back warm childhood memories every time I watch it. Last Christmas, Nadia and I were watching it and thought, why is there no LEGO Home Alone set? I was thrilled by the amount of Easter eggs, details, and traps from the movie I could include in a model. I found the McAllister's house of blueprint online, used that and the movie as references, and built the model in LEGO Digital Designer and later in Studio 2.0. It took a few weeks to complete rendering. I wanted to get it as close to the original plan as possible and to scale. The second floor was the biggest challenge, but I really like the kitchen and, of course, Kevin's treehouse and zipline. I think it turned out to be pretty recognizable. Howdy, Cloth Warthog. How's it going? Alex's original model. Actually, it looks pretty close to the existing model. With intricate details. And a preliminary opening function. Wow, that is a really big opening chunk there. Yeah, that would probably put too much weight on the hinges there. The LEGO Battle Plan designers. Alex did a great job incorporating so many features and details in his model and showing its potential. We were able to add an additional floor, the basement, and incorporate all the cool functions in it without raising the house too much. We even added a few references from Home Alone to Lost in New York. It's such a satisfying building and play experience. Antika Brakhanov, a LEGO Ideas model designer. Everyone in our design team is so passionate about the movie. What makes the set special is that it truly captures the essence of the movie, with iconic details and booby trap action fans will love. Alex's idea to split the house was brilliant and inspired us to make the final model as accessible as possible with the opening walls. We used new building techniques to make the walls solid and stable in any position. Enrique Belmont Bexier, LEGO Ideas model designer. Step into Kevin's shoes, set up traps, and release mayhem on the bandits. Ride your sled down the staircase and eat ice cream for dinner. I wanted to include as many details of the house interior as possible. My favorite is Marv's head, with his funny expression on one side and the iconic iron mark on the other. Kristen Bay Nielsen, LEGO Ideas graphic designer. Has there been anything which said what Kevin's parents did for their living? Well, Nataro Gai said that he remembered his mom being in real estate. You could probably look it up. Like, Wikipedia probably has some information about that. Alright, so 1 and 2 are going to do the van. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is going to be the first floor. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, second floor. 17, 18, 19, 20, the roof and attic. 21, 22, 23 is the kitchen addition, and 24 is the treehouse. Alright, let's go ahead and get the minifigs made. There we go. Get off the hair there. Hope there's a little tarantula to put on Marv's face. I'm pretty sure there is. They make a Lego spider that would be an appropriate size, honestly. Not sure if they've done this hair in brown before. So there's Marv. If the camera would focus. There we go. So there's Marv, there's his outfit, and if we pop off his hair, you can see the iron mark on his face. Go ahead and give him a black crowbar, which has not shown up too often in black. Reminds you of how many movies had the protagonist as an architect or magazine editor? Some of that is, like... I mean, you get, like, architects in a lot of building disaster movies, like, what was it, Quake with Charlton Heston and stuff? And don't forget ad exec. Like, those used to be really high-paying jobs. There we go. And we can give him the police cap. And especially if you wanted it to, like, them to be from the Midwest, like one of the major Midwest cities, like St. Louis. Or Heartland cities or something like that. Ad execs were, like, some of the biggest advertising companies were in, like, St. Louis and stuff like that. Kansas City, I think. You know, the so-called flyover country. And that has basically been, like, destroyed. Like, that, all of that has moved to the major coastal cities. There really is something to be said for, like, really incentivizing businesses to move out to those areas again. It would relieve some of the housing stress on New York and LA and San Francisco and stuff like that. Just remembered one challenge in FF1 where you do a low-level fighter party until you can get the job upgrade to Knight, where you stay as low as possible. Yeah, because I think your stat gain is better as the Knight or something. But honestly, like, a lot of those challenges are very much, like, if you can survive the low levels, then you turn into just beast mode at the, you know, further in kind of thing. A couple light, not light, sand blue inverted slopes there. Go ahead and get a lot of them all throughout here. It'd be interesting to see a study done of professions by major film characters kind of thing. Especially if you broke it down by genre. Obviously, some of them, like, you know, there's no real need to have, like, cop procedurals, police procedurals, be done that way. Oh, I was doing some recording with Zerfall last night, and we got to discussing some stuff, and I came across a website called Starring the Computer that tries to, like, note the scenes where specific computer types show up, like, you know, an Apple II was in this episode of this TV show, and it had this importance, and stuff like that, and this is how realistic it was. It's pretty interesting. Although it doesn't have any Xeos computers listed, and that is very sad. Don't knights get, like, all the way through level 4? Alright, let's go ahead and get that in there. Ah, but knights actually don't get that spell. Not a rogue AI. They get a limited selection of white magic spells. They don't get Dia and they don't get heal, if I remember correctly. They get cure, but not heal. And black 1x4. But honestly, like, the... Okay, you are not clicking in. Hold on a second. There we go. No, they don't get much, and they don't get all of the spells. They definitely have a smaller selection of the spells. I think they get basically the stat boosting ones and Cure, Curaga sort of thing. Alright, let's go ahead and do the front of the van. I think some of the wonder comes from the fact that having a successful business career and the freedom to be available for a high-paying job does not tend to leave much time for having many children. I don't know about that per se. I mean, obviously having both parents work does cause some issues. Having a lot of kids, especially in like the 70s, 80s, and earlier, would tend to mean that the wife would either leave her career or fall very far behind in a career path. You have a feeling they didn't have much time for the kids? Yeah, that's the thing about Home Alone, is that part of the point is that they definitely did not have a whole lot of time for the kids, and they definitely didn't notice or pay that much attention to them, as evidenced by the fact that they could forget one of the kids. Alright, so a bumper sticker would go on there. Or, not a bumper sticker, it's not even the correct thing. That is a license plate. Just a complete brain fart there. Alright, we get a spigot and a trophy there in the back. Yeah, Kevin's the youngest. They had 5 kids. It was, what, 15 total with the uncle's family? That I definitely don't remember. It's been a very long time since I've seen the movie. They counted someone wrongly, just assumed Kevin was in the other van. Yeah, but still... You'd think there would be a little bit more double-checking. Alright. It was warm in here. I open my window, and now I can close my window. It's gotten chilly. Alright, okay, heating and plumbing. You're flood control experts. Stickers for the side of the van. Double checking in a time crunch with that many kids? I mean, it wouldn't take that much extra time. And they accidentally tossed his ticket, so they didn't notice an extra ticket. Yeah, I mean, it is an element of, like, everything came together to cause them to not realize, to not notice, but still. It was also in a time when you can get to the airport so late and still make your flight. Yeah, yeah. That is true. Then again, I was also watching a Riff Tracks short the other day that had, like, Johnny's Day at the Fair. A couple from the U.S. goes to, like, the World's Fair in Toronto or something like that. And they pretty quickly lose the kid. And it takes literally until the end of the day for them to go to the lost, you know, the children's lost and found to find him. The narrator was treating it like it was all a joke. And they weren't really acting like they were super duper concerned either. It's pretty bad. One thing you loved about airports, the waiting area in airports where you could watch planes take off and land. Yeah, there's a lot of people who love to watch airplanes take off and land. I mean, was it reported to the cops? And also, let's be honest. Let's be honest. They're a wealthy white family. No, they're not going to lose custody of Kevin for that. They'll get a stern talking to, slap on the wrist maybe, and that's about it. Another license plate on the back. They did call the cops to ask him to check on him? Alright, fair enough. Like I said, it's been a while. I definitely do not remember everything about the movie by a long shot. But still, like, these are not the kind of people who get serious consequences for things. And it's not even that they should be treated more harshly, it's more that the people who are treated more harshly oftentimes don't deserve to be treated more harshly. You'd think after the second time, though? That's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Think about the only things most folk remember of the movie is the burglars getting smashed in the big house and that all the other kids were brats. I mean, that's a lot of the movie right there. I definitely remember a lot. I just don't remember, like, all the details. I don't even remember all of the kids being brats. I just remember the one who was pretty clearly a bully. Who owned the tarantula? Why didn't they have a nanny? Well, they might not be that wealthy. You do feel that Kevin was being unduly punished for reacting to their provocation? Yeah, no, I think that was part of the point as well, because that's a pretty common thing. Children who, like, recognize that they can get away with things by provoking one of their siblings, and then their sibling takes the brunt of it, will oftentimes do that. My sister would do that. And I probably tried. Alright, there we go. Get the roof on the van. Alright, there we go. It's not a bad van. Of course, that popped out. There we go. We can go ahead and get both of them into it for now. Makes you happy that you were an only child? I mean, it depends entirely on the sibling. It can be good or bad. I mean, for all that my sister and I absolutely, you know, got on each other's nerves and everything like that, I do have an extremely good relationship with my sister today. Or that sister, I should say. Go. There we go. So we can have them both sitting in the van, which is one of the nice things about six-wide vehicles. And it has a hatch on the back. You can very easily put the rest of the tools inside as well. There we go. Obviously, there should be some stickers on there, but... Alright, spare parts. We got 1x1 tile in dark gray, clear 1x1 plate, 1x1 cylinder tiles in trans orange and trans red, trans orange 1x1 tile slope, a gray nozzle handle, and a black friction pin. Okay. Alright. There we go. Now for bag is number 2. Definitely not great parents. I mean, at the same time, like, the idea of the reason why it was like they did basically set it up specifically to be the most sympathetic way that you could forget your kid, and it not be seen as complete negligence. It's more of like a understandable negligence. How they didn't notice once they actually got on the plane itself and noticed that one of the seats wasn't taken, I don't know. But maybe they didn't have assigned seats? I don't know. So, 1 by 12, yep. Black 2 by 6, bunch more black 2 by 6s. Not saying it's justified per se, but, I mean, it's also for movie purposes, you know? Oftentimes, if a movie were realistic, you would not have the movie happen at all. Well, I think the idea is also that, like, everyone was just assuming that he was with someone else kind of thing. Is kind of how it was broken down. I mean, I don't recall any of the kids, like, realizing it before the parents and then, like, you know, kind of snickering to themselves or anything like that. Alright, let's see. 4 beige 2 by 3s. I'm also not a mom, and it is for the best. You were watching a volcano movie, and if things were a bit more realistic, the town would have been more on high alert. Which volcano movie? Go. Oh boy. Get some Technic construction. That is a 2 by 10. Get a couple black, orange 2 by 2s. Tommy Lee Jones one with a volcano in LA. That was just called Volcano, by the way. And Anne Heche as his love interest. They did not have much chemistry. Or was it Dante's Peak with Pierce Brosnan and... shoot, her name was just in my... Dante's Peak. Dante's Peak is probably one of the best volcano movies. I am a huge fan of Dante's Peak. Realism is overrated. That's why you love Battleship so much. Sure, it would be impossible for a battleship to do a sideways drift, but it did look cool. Can you get into the thing, please? There we go. Dante's Peak definitely has one of the worst characters in all disaster movie canon, though. You seem to have too good a memory for Home Alone to have not having watched it in at least a decade. It's okay. I have that too, for some movies. Alright, I need a 6L axle. You remember Dante's Peak for the boiling grandma? Yeah, Again, one of the worst characters in disaster movie history. Disaster movie canon. The entire second half of the movie would never have happened if she weren't a terrible person. Alright. They had to add in more drama and tension? Well, yes, but you can still comment on someone being a terrible person. Alright, let's see. Another orange one. Oop, actually, that's blue, not orange. There we go. 2 black. A black 1x2 Technic pinhole. There we go. Comment on Ald being a terrible person all the time. Yeah, but you're also wrong, so... I'm anything but terrible. I'm a magnanimous lord. True hero. Know how much upkeeping an alarm system can cost? Yeah, I can. Definitely can. Let's see. 2x4s all the way down here. And a 2x6 up here. There we go. Best part of Dante's Peak was the coffee scene when she was delivering coffee to the volcano people. I'm a big fan of coffee! Coffee, 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 coffee! Java! I cannot remember exactly what else he said after that. Dante's Peak also has, like, some of the best volcano special effects of any movie as well. Just fantastic special effects. Oops, not there. Oh yeah, no, that was a gut punch type thing. Alright, let's get a 1x2 and a friction pin there. Black 1x2 plate. Red 1x2. Yellow 1x4. With a friction pin right there in the middle. Starting to look like Andrea's mansion in brightness there. So they like to use the brighter colors for contrast on the interior stuff, so that it makes you recognize when you need to put pieces in and stuff like that. Okay. An 11 axle and another pin connector. Slide that on through there. There we go. Okay, get this right here. And another bevel axle right in there. And another 11L axle right on through here. Alright, you can go up there. Alright, gotta get this pushed through. There we go. And then the axle connector right there. It's pretty tight, but... Okay, now a red 4L axle, and there it is. The other bevel gear. Okay. All right. Get the black 1x2 cross axle hole brick. So this stop sticks out a little bit, but it's perfect enough for the 1x2. Let's go ahead and get the other one in here. Well, I think one of the interesting things is that, like, about that section is that a lot of movies would have had him still be, like, depressed the 3 years later. And I think that's, it was kind of a refreshing change to see him actually have, you know, not be continuing. Kevin actually have the typical, okay, I've gotten to be alone, can I have my siblings back, please moment? Yes. Yeah, that did. Like cliffhanger? It's a bit different with cliffhanger. Go, a yellow 1x1 there. And that is just hanging over nothing right now. A 1x6 in red. And 2x2 cylinder tile down here. But in the end, he did weird buzz out by, like, didn't he? Didn't he, like, weird buzz out by saying that he was glad he was back? Or am I misremembering that part? Alright, 1x1 plate, 1x6 tile, yellow corner, yellow 1x2 tile, 1x3 white tile, yellow 1x1, that goes, yes, that far over. I think he continued so that he could hopefully. Well, yeah, no, but I'm talking more about, like, in terms of how movies tend to portray people. Like, it tends to be a situation where, you know, part of the story of the movie is getting over it, and they chose not to do that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think that it is such a good disaster movie. Is that they didn't do that kind of thing. Trying to make a thriller around mountain climbing. It's a good one, though. I think it's a good one. I mean, of course, it's one of the Die Hard but on a blah 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 movies. Yeah, but Macaulay Culkin didn't star in it, well, bunny. I think it was direct to home video as well. 1x2. Let's see, 5 of these. Die Hard in a Bus was Keanu's best work. I would disagree, actually. I would disagree. I mean, it's a good one. Don't get me wrong. But the movie where Kate Blanchett is like a southern psychic in a kind of a small town. I'm forgetting what the name of that one was. Keanu was in that movie, and he had a good performance. The type of performance where I had to like double take and was like, "That's Keanu Reeves?" You believe there was a fourth and fifth Home Alone 2? Wow. There we go. Inverted slope. I may have seen 3. I mean, I know I've seen 2. I may have seen 3. I don't think I've seen the others, which were probably all direct-to-video. 5th one was a 2012 TV movie. Not surprised. Alright, spare 1x1 black plate as an extra piece. Howdy, Ethan Kalis. How's it going? Alright, bags number 3. Pour that out up there. Bed resting after surgery? Well, I hope everything went well, and definitely rest up, sir. Alright, some large plates. Put those aside. We've got some more large plates up here. We are building the Home Alone set. Finally got that one in. That was our last bits goal. Where he had that French Stewart guy? Yeah, I think I did see that one then. Did they have someone else playing as Kevin, or was it someone else entirely? Because like, I think the later movies were someone else entirely. So turning over here on the side turns both of these. There was a 6th movie on Disney Plus in 2021. Good lord. Your nephew got this for Christmas? Nice. I hope he enjoyed it. Alright, I need to make 2 of these. Where are the side studs? There they are. I mean, the 3 was a new cast, but was 3 a recast of Kevin, or was that when they started having other family, like another family or something? I can't recall. Did remember a few years ago, Macaulay Culkin tweeted, "Hey guys, want to feel old? I'm 40. You're welcome." Yeah, I know. He's been on Red Letter Media a few times. They seem to really get along. I think he was in a kind of a bad place for a while, so it's good to see that he is in a good place these days. Okay, that goes right there. That goes right there. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about some of them, but I don't remember the details. Which can be common for child actors. Yeah, I know. Like parental issues can be a big thing, especially when it's like the parents kind of live off their child's income when it's the child's. There we go. Get that one in there. I don't know if that's what was up with him, but also like being well known as a kid can just be like a mess, and going through what's necessary to make movies as a kid can be really tough. Alright, a pair of black 2x8s. There we go. 1x2s back here and here. And 6 1x10s. I don't think I saw that one. Alright, let's get a pair of gray plates. Should watch Deep Rising and Virus again. Which one is Virus? Deep Rising, I know. That has Treat Williams in it. That's a bonkers one. That is a real bonkers movie. But yeah, that movie was one of the ones that brought about my rant some months back about how hard it is to watch some movies these days. I think I had a hankering for that one. I know I've seen Virus. I don't remember what that one was. Virus was on a Russian research ship that got an alien virus from Mir. Oh, yeah. Which is basically like Deep Rising, but with a different monster. Yeah, I've definitely seen both of those. Let's see. That was pretty much the plot. You have no idea how you remember that. So, I mean, like, once you said that, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that now. And there was like this little bit, and I realized that I was remembering both Deep Rising and that one at the same time, kind of thing. I really want to watch The Prophecy again. Or, no, not The Prophecy, just Prophecy. That one is about a mutated bear caused by runoff from a paper plant. And another one that I want to watch is Leviathan with Peter Weller. It's that weird thing where similar plots get released close together. Yeah, yeah. Dante's Peak and Volcano had the same thing happen. I can't remember which one did better, Dante's Peak or Volcano. Dante's Peak is the better movie, by far. Bahamut, yeah. It has Peter Weller, it has Ernie Hudson. Other faces that you'd absolutely recognize. You think Volcano won that? Yeah, I think it had a better marketing campaign, or it might have like been released just a little bit earlier or something like that. I remember watching both. Yeah, now that you you mentioned that, I think that was one of those things where I watched both, and I was literally shocked that Volcano was the one that did better in theaters. Let's see. All right, 2x3s, 1x4s, 2x2s. Best Volcano movie is Joe versus the Volcano. It's not a disaster movie, though. That's a comedy. It's a good comedy. A bonkers comedy. It's another movie that I should rewatch. Has Tom Hanks in it, can't be beat. Well, not only does it have Tom Hanks, but it's also just like, it's just a bonkers movie. Oop, there it is. Can't remember who did that one. Had like 4 Meg Ryans, yeah. The basement with the furnace is going to be that module over here. No, I mean, Joe vs. Volcano is good. It's got, like, just this incredibly surreal tone to it. It's a very surreal film. '80s and '90s had really great horror movies. So did the '70s. I hate the look of those blue scenes in the beginning. Well, that was kind of the point. I have not seen Slugs. I don't even know that I've heard of it. That sounds like a movie that should be on Riff Track, so. Then again, you know, what shouldn't be? Need to experience it at least once. Hey, Criterion Channel does occasionally get some really wonky bad horror movies, so if they ever get it, I definitely would would watch it. Trying to think of some other wonky horror movies that I've seen. Seen a horror movie about frogs swarming people? I mean, animal horror, like, after Jaws came out, that was just like, you know, the thing to do. It's Jaws, but with a bear. It's Jaws, but with frogs. It's Jaws, but blah blah blah. Yep. Get back here. It's Jaws, but low budget and Italian. Excuse me. There are 3 horror movies about cockroaches you've seen, all different too. Some of those I could imagine were probably on Sci-Fi Channel. Well, and there was one where the cockroaches were like mutating into people like forms or something too, wasn't there? Wasn't that from the late 90s? Hey, I7, how's it going? Hey, don't worry. That was one of the cockroach movies. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That was Mimic, that's right. Like, my brain was like, Species. No, wait. No, that's definitely not Species. Very, very different movie. Very, very different movie. There we go. Let's get these on here. Mimic was different from the cockroach movie? I mean, Mimic broke the rule of kids surviving. There's a couple other movies that broke that rule too. I guess it sometimes depends on which kid you mean, but... Alright, there we go. Let's get these in here. There we go. Alright, 1 spare white 1x1 tile slope. That is coming along. Let's get to bag number 4. Well, if Mimic wasn't cockroaches, then it was some other sort of insect. I'm pretty sure it was... They were supposed to be cockroaches, though. Minifig time? When we finish this bag. Alright, let's see. Got a lot of bricks here, so. 6 1x4s. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Get some bricks in there. Trying to remember some other ones that I've seen. Mimic had them make genetically altered Trojan horse cockroaches to kill off the cockroaches spreading a disease in New York City, and then they mutated and grew. Ah, okay. I recalled it being natural, but again, I haven't seen that since probably a few years after it came out, kind of thing. Let's see, I need a 1x3 plate. There it is. I do enjoy some good, bad monster horror. I liked how the Abyss, you know, you go into maybe I don't remember the ad campaign. They may have spoiled it, but you oftentimes go into like you'd go into the Abyss sight unseen and expect it to be a monster horror movie, and it turns out it is. It's just that the monsters are people. Reese was a real monster all along. Yep. Did not do well with the pressure. I haven't seen that one in a while either. Wonder how the special effects in that stand up. Alright, let's see. 3 more. Well, yeah, I mean, there's this element of, like, a lot of those movies, you gotta just be like, it's a movie. Accept the premise and roll with it. Because most of them tend to be impossible in some degree or another. Alright, we're doing 9x9. Here. Did you accept the premise of Mimic 2 and 3? I don't know that I saw those. I don't remember particularly liking... Like, I don't remember disliking it. I think I was pretty ambivalent towards the first one. Top. Funny thing about deep sea movies like that is to have a survivable atmosphere at such depths would make their talking be like they'd been huffing helium. I mean, that's always that's going to be an element of a lot of those too. There we go. Get a nice big window on the wall there. I mean, to a certain extent, it sometimes wouldn't be a, one of those types of horror movies if you didn't have literally an existential threat to the entire population. And there we go. Okay. Brick down here. There we go. Another brick. And there we go. There we go. Get that on there. Okay. Humanity wasn't ever going to be able to stop it unless the insects were sentient enough to enter a dialogue with humanity. Well, and even then they might end up doing what they did in King of the Castle and just go right ahead and murder me. There we go. Alright, we have an interior wall. The Abyss had an existential threat, but we were saved by that one divorced dude. Well, also, the existential threat was a direct response to our own actions, so... Just release emus into the area, they'll take care of everything. Emu Phillips. Alright, get a family portrait would be on here. And then on this side, a 1x2 grill tile. Slope. And there we go. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and put that aside for now, because indeed, it is that time again. See, that bag only took like 10 minutes. It wasn't that big of a deal. Alright, let's see. We are starting out with this one. Okay. Alright. Move that over a little bit, and let me get my dice. Alright, I need to start with a d6. Alright, so 3. That will be the center column. That is number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright. Let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Alright, so we have gotten 2 of Emmett, gotten 1 of Wildstyle, not gotten the other 3. We've not gotten the 4 there, and then we've gotten the swamp creature thing. We've gotten the 2 singers on that level, and we've gotten Dorothy and Unikitty there. So, my d20, Bahamut says 4, that would be the giraffe person. My d20 says 19, that will be the Tin Man. So let's see what we get. Go ahead and get your predictions in. We got about 1:10 to go. Time for a Minotaur pottery shop owner. I mean, he wouldn't be an owner of it for very long. Well, Bunny. You know, Minotaur in a china shop. It's just a recipe for disaster, really. Alright, about 30 seconds to go. Get your predictions in. Actually, bowls are quite delicate around pottery stuff. I don't know that they are. I don't know. Would someone have said a bowl in a china shop if they were? I think not. I think not. Mythbusters proved it out. That old myth is just a bunch of bull. Nah. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe the lies. Alright, predictions are closed. Let me go ahead and get my timer up. I should have gotten that up a moment ago. There we go. Dice to the side, and go. Alright, let's see. What do we have? A head. Torso. Legs. What is that? Oh, alright. 25.87. That is, Ms. Scratch and Post. Ms. Scratch and Post. Let's see if I am correct. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Okay, so let's choose a prediction, because once again, that was 25.87. So 20 to 50, choose the prediction. Well, let's see who's getting the hams. Lord Canis and Garbage Pail Kids. Very nice. That is a pretty good payout. Red Hyena and Ice Oven going for within 20 seconds. Preskitch going for 50 to 60. And Bahamut and Low Bunny going for no. Looked at the Home Alone Wikipedia before closing it, and you're wrong. French Stewart was in Home Alone 4. And that kid was supposed to be Kevin 2 somehow, but 3, 5, and 6 had other kids. Maybe I saw that one then. I think this is like Apocalypse Ms. Scratch and Post. Just one face. And she has quite the kitty with her. Look at that kitty. He's got a spiked collar. He's got a mohawk. I think they reused this mold for one of the characters in Monkey Kid as well. Let's pop off her hair so we can see her outfit a little bit better. Going, just rocking that that leather bustier. All right, there we go. Okay. So that is a new one, but it is not the one that the dice predicted. Next up, Ninjago Movie, and there are just 2 left that we are looking for. All right, so... Alright, 2, so that is that first column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can use a D6 again. That is 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright. I might just combine all of these into one column. Because we're low enough on that. Alright. So let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Let's go. You're betting your entire stash on a bean cornflakes guy. What's that you say? Let's see. You're going to need a reroll. Bahamut 14 has been fully picked. My D20 says 14 as well, so I need a reroll. 19, that needs a reroll. That is 12, that needs a reroll. 2, alright. That is her, and we are looking for her. Reroll says 9. Alright, that's her, and we could get her, because we've only gotten one of her. Alright, about a minute 10 to go. Get your predictions in. Can I guess what's inside the minifig pack? And Red Hyena, you should totally bet everything on it being cornflakes, dude. Yeah, darn right, cornflakes are good for you. Everyone wants cornflakes. There should always be more cornflakes. Always more cornflakes. You know you want it. You had to reroll twice. Cornflakes are just less tasty sugar? Cornflakes don't have a whole lot of sugar. Unless you mean, like, the grains. Got a 20 and a second 14. Well, it could have been 20. Could have been 20. Alright, just a few seconds to go. Get your predictions in. And you know it'll be cornflakes! Woohoo, cornflakes! Scratch that, a Minotaur cornflake eradication list? Yeah, but there wouldn't be any of those. Like, that's a pure fantasy there. Minotaur, I can believe. But a Minotaur cornflake eradicationalist? You love the cornflakes voice? Yeah, darn right you do. Everyone does. Except people who are bad. Alright, so... predictions are closed. And let's go. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? That is the base. There's the head. Got some hair here. I'm trying to feel... Okay. That's not giving me enough to go by. Legs. Okay. 37.95. I do believe it is her with her purse. I mean, he's obviously cornflakes, dude, you know? I've literally never seen any Ninjago, so I have no idea. Alright, that is indeed her. Okay. So, that was 37.95. Howdy, Shield of Hope. How's it going? No joke, it's impressive you're able to suss out these based on feel alone. I mean, I do get them wrong sometimes, but it really doesn't take that much. Let's choose a prediction. 20 to 50. Because that was 37. Complete that prediction. Let's see who's getting the hams. Lord Canis and Garbage Pail Kids getting a very nice payout there. Red Hyena and Ice Oven going for within 20 seconds. Preskitch going for 50 to 60. And Bahamut and Lel Bunny going for no. Old has long experience fondling Lego too. Yes. Yeah, I do. You haven't fully missed the minifigs Shield of Hope. There's one more to go. There is one more. Alright. There we go. I really like the jacket she's wearing. It's very cute. And the hair is really nice as well, with the chopsticks in it. That's very cute. And yeah, I have long experience fondling Lego. I am quite skilled in that, but it doesn't take too much. It really doesn't. Nice little blazer there. Yeah, that's very cute. Not as cute as cornflakes, though. All right, let's go ahead and get out our hanger with 3 remaining minifigs on it from Series 8. I do have more hangers, though, so. Alright, let's start our final prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Let's go! Like, it has a nice little design down on the down at the bottom in gold. It's really nice. Alright, let me put these back on the shelf. Get this one up on the shelf so that they are out of the way. There we go. Let's see. My D20 says... Here says 12. That would be the DJ guy. We have not gotten him yet. 17. That's a reroll. That is 10. That is Santa Claus. I sure hope it's not Santa Claus. If it's Santa Claus, I'm putting him away. So I was looking up some other sets, and there was an Alien Invasion set, and it had this head. There were an Alien Invasion theme for, I think, just like a year. And it had that head. I don't know if it was around the time that this came out. Might have been 2012. I'm not sure. I don't think I got many of those. What are the chances of us getting Santa twice in 1 week? I don't think it was this week that we got Santa. We got... What did we get this week? I forget which one we got. Did I put it over there? I'm not sure. What did we get on Wednesday? Yeah, we got the businessman on Wednesday. The chances of getting it twice in 1 week, we did get one of these, and I can't remember which. I think it might have been the Bat Boy, 2 in a row on the hanger. So I have no idea what the layout is on those. Okay. Predictions are closed. Resetting my timer. And... go. Alright, let's see. I mean, Lil Bunny, it's not my addiction. It's Cornflake Dude's addiction. Okay, that is... It's a weird helmet. It is not helping me much. What is that? I got a piece right here that's very unusually shaped, and I am trying to figure out what it is. All right, let's reset. Look at something else. Doesn't help me if I'm stuck on one thing. God damn it! It's Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus. I feel the other thing. It was his hat. That hat throws me off all the time. This is the beard. All right. So, Santa Claus? Oop. You go away. Bad Santa. No one loves you, Santa Claus. Not real. All right. Yeah. There we go. All right. There's only one left on that hanger now. Alright, well, I gotta roll again to see what it's gonna be. 9. Alright, that's fairy. Okay. They're all Santa. God, I hope not. Okay, and go. $15 would be the pirate captain. Alright, what do we got? What do we have? Okay. 19.18, I believe we have the cowgirl. Yeah, there we go. Alright, an actual new minifig. Go ahead and get her head. Only have a one single side to it. This is before dual molded legs. How did I know it was a cowgirl? Alright, so I felt this, which threw me off a little bit, but... So, first of all, it's, you know, you got this shape like this with this little long thing. I knew she has... I knew she had a ponytail, which is not exactly something that, like, if you look here, you can see it. But it's not exactly something really obvious. So it had to be a ponytail piece, because there's not a whole lot else that feels like this. And once I went back up here and I could feel it, like, curves, and there's a gap and a round bit, had to be the cowboy hat. Alright, choose the prediction. That was within 20 seconds. So let's complete that prediction. Just as a reminder. 19.18. Complete that prediction. And let's see. Red Hyena getting all the hams. A nice big chunk of hams. 12,000. Very nice. Bahamut and Ice Oven going for 20 to 50. Preskitch and Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Lel Bunny alone at no. Alright. So let's go ahead and get her hat on. Not as dark as it looks there. Alright, Bahamut, have a good rest of your day. No joke, you would love to see me compete in some sort of competition doing this. I guarantee you that there are people who would be better at it than me. And a lot of it is, like... So this one throws me off because I'm not used to feeling the torso with the arms. The head is, the hairpiece is pretty obvious, though. But someone who recognizes that immediately is going to get it. This is one of the easiest ones in this set because of the dress slope. It's a really big piece, and it's very, very fixed in shape. Let's see. The fairy should be pretty easy to feel once I get the, like, if I feel the wings, because it's pretty big and stands out pretty significantly. Obviously, I haven't felt some of these figures yet, but a lot of them, like, it really depends on special parts and accessories and stuff like that. Like, this guy and this guy both have a 2x2 tile, so if I feel a 2x2 tile, I know I've got one of these two. And if I feel a 2x2 cylinder tile, then I know I got this one. The hardest figures are the ones that don't have a whole lot in the way of accessories and stuff like that. But anytime you got something like this one with the dress slope, real easy to figure out. Anyway, here is our cowgirl. Got some freckles. Has a very cute torso. Little star on her hat. A lasso there. There is her braid. Hair pulled back in a braid. It's a very cute hat. Very cute hat. So a lot of it is like, try to get something that's not a torso and not legs, unless the character has special... like, this guy has a special arm, so it actually is not too bad to feel his torso. The pirate captain has a peg leg, so it's actually not too bad if you feel the legs. Because, like, the second you feel some legs and there's something off about the legs, boom, you know you got this guy. Just instantly. Because there's no one else. Everyone else has normal legs except for her, and doesn't feel anything like that. And, like, over here... like her hair, the bear, and the tutu dress, that they make it pretty easy. The cylinder and the cylinder tiles are pretty noticeable here. Any of these guys' heads tend to stand out. This guy can be kind of like, these two can be kind of tough because they don't have a whole lot going on. But if you feel this the boombox, there you go. But, like, some of these guys don't have a lot in the way of big, standout accessories. And that can throw you off as well. But, like, Cornflakes Dude, one of the nice things about him, real easy if you feel this 1x2x2 brick. Just boom, you know you got him. So it's basically just, you know, feel for the strange parts. Love how that one guy, that one time... threw out the Lego brick guy after like 2.1 seconds. Yeah. And see, if I get like this guy, or this guy, these should be pretty similar. If I feel this piece, or this piece, boom. Yeah. You know what you got. There's no doubt whatsoever. A lot of it is like just getting the piece. Like I felt the cat, and I was feeling like the legs and the body, and I'm like, what is this? And then I felt the tail, and I was like, oh. Cat. Once I felt that tail, because there's nothing else, like, the closest you get to that tail is her tail, and it's a lot bigger. And it's soft plastic, not rigid plastic. And a lot of it is just being able to, like, translate the tactile sense to an image in your head, and it really is a case like, let's see, do I have something? Like, if you've got a box like this, and you're not looking in, and you're just sticking your hand in, digging around in the pieces, yeah, you could find the piece that you need just by feel. If it's a unique piece, or, you know, so long as color doesn't matter, or something like that. So, as a kid, like I've talked before about, like the transition through stages of sorting. You start out with a big undifferentiated collection, just all the pieces in one big thing. When you have too many pieces for that one big container, eventually you need to go to something else. You need to go to something larger. Well, I mean, you don't necessarily want to go to something larger because you still need to be able to find things. So you start sorting the pieces. You get like 3 or 4 containers, much smaller containers, and you'll sort by color. So, like, you know, all the brown pieces go in one thing, all the white pieces go in another. Well, if you're digging around like this and you're not looking, well, you know, right now, you know, this is a 2x3 brick. You know, I can feel the studs. I'm not looking at it right now. There, that's a 1x4 brick. There, that's a tile. 1x8, I think. Yep, 1x8. So, obviously you can't see my head, so you don't know that I wasn't looking, but I wasn't. And yeah, like that Lego brick, the brick costume, super easy to feel because it feels like a 2x3 brick, and there is nothing else that's going to be a 2x3 brick in a minifig. Now, you do have to know what comes in one of the sets. There's a reason why, like, every one of these boxes that I get, first thing I do is I just pull out one, and because I need to get this. I need to be able to look at the sheet and see what the accessories are. If I don't have one of these, it is much more difficult to identify it unless you find one of the special ones like the, the brick costume guy or something like that. Like a piano player, you have to know the keys or the bricks? Yeah, well, kinda. I mean... Like, let's see. I've never had one of these hats before. I've never felt this. They have, there are cowboy hats that are different, but they're not as, like, they tend to be more circular. Yeah, I feel for it, yeah. But also just be able to translate in the tactile sensation to an image in your head kind of thing. Or vice versa, know what a piece is going to feel like from what it looks like. And, I mean, having done this for many decades, just Lego in general, I mean. Oh, I need a 1x2 plate. But yeah, I mean, there are some things that can throw you off. That tends to be what happens when I get them wrong. Is I feel something and it's either too close to something else or it's throwing me off. Or I'm just not feeling the unique parts and hair can do that. Like there's so like the texture is so complex on hair that unless it's really unique, it can be really tough to know what part you actually have. So like this hair with the braid, nothing else had a braid, so that would be really easy to feel. But this was what gave it away for this hair. None of this part here. And like most of the men's hair pieces, no, I could not figure that stuff out for the life of me. The texture tends to be just a little too subtle to feel well through the packaging, which tends to be like, especially on those old ones, it's actually pretty thick. Like the Lego Movie 2 ones, they have a thinner foil packaging. They're a bit easier to tell. But yeah, there was a while ago I went to an event with a Lego event with some friends, and I tried to identify some figures in a set that I hadn't gotten really gotten anything from, so I didn't know what the figures inside were. They wanted a specific one. I did not get it for them. I was not able to get it for them. And I felt a lot of figures. And then one of my other friends just, like, grabbed one out, and it turned out to be the one that they wanted when he opened it. It was a little humbling. It was a little humbling. So to bring back up Home Alone, no, that's fine. After some digging, the novelization says that the father is a businessman and the mother is a fashion designer. Well, so, I mean, the thing is, like, the novelization could also be working off of an early draft script and stuff like that. And obviously, you know, businessman is super duper generic, so that doesn't mean really anything. Sir, business of business. What do you do? I do business. Ah, business. Good, good. I had some weird novelizations as a kid that some people had gotten me, and some of them I never actually read because it was like, I don't actually care that much about this movie. Can't remember many of them. I think someone gave me a novelization for Hook, and I never read that one. Did have a couple of sewing machines and a bunch of mannequins to support her being a designer, at least. That's true. That's true. Some of that might have also come into play in the second movie and stuff like that. Like, it might have gotten more development, or it can also be a thing where, you know, cut content. They intended to talk about it, but it was like, it's messing with the pacing, so get rid of it. Had novels for Alien, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. I'm trying to remember if there was anything that I did have that I read and liked. Obviously, I had the novelization for Jurassic Park. Get that on there. This is going to be the stairs here. You know, they cut a lot of the Third Brothers family, the ones that had the place in Paris and the apartment in New York City. In the first one or the second one? I honestly remember nothing about the second one other than it taking place in New York, and of course having a cameo of a certain New Yorker who may not be a New Yorker for that much longer. Get that flower on there. And get that right under the window. It's scenes of them they cut, except the older daughter who is traveling with the others to meet up with her family. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot about like where they were going or what they were doing or anything like that, other than it just being this big production kind of thing. The panic. I had forgotten that they had a power outage and stuff like that. Home Alone 2 is the one with the huge toy store? I do not remember the toy store in that. That was FAO Schwartz, though, probably, right? Which I remember from Big. With Tom Hanks. I haven't seen that in forever. That goes right there. You're not sure, but it wasn't called FAO Schwartz. Well, it might not have been called FAO Schwartz, but that was like the big iconic toy store in New York City. Second movie, the third brother's brownstone in New York City was being renovated, where the last act trap scenes were. Ah, okay. Kevin created a murder house. I wonder how many kids, like, tried to recreate some of that stuff at home after that movie. To be fair, the bandits wanted to kill him. Yeah. Did they escape from prison or something? I thought I remembered that. Was it just a coincidence, or did they intentionally come after him? Because the first one takes place in Chicago. Well, a suburb of it, I think. Bandits were coincidentally in New York when Kevin got there. Ah, okay. Ah, contrivances. Then they got arrested again and, you know, shoot third and fourth because they're... not... I don't know. It's been forever since I've seen it. Technically, one is in a suburb of Chicago. Well, yeah, it's... The suburbs are the same thing when you're talking about that kind of thing. And howdy, Caitlin. How's it going? That is very colorful right there. There we go. Get that on there. Aren't most comedies contrivances? Sure. Oh, third and fourth are dog water? Yeah. And yet, they must have done well enough to keep making more. Does remind me of the fun joke in Back to the Future about, like, Jaws 34. Or Rocky 5000 and Airplane 2, yeah. I haven't seen Airplane or Airplane 2 in a while. You're gonna say the same thing. And you know, the thing is that it would be even more relevant and on point today. The shark still doesn't look real. The Jang, rating with a party of 107. How's it going? Get you a shout out there. We are building the McAllister house from Home Alone. And generally chatting about the movie and other movies of the time period. Laughing at the not great sequels. Mega Man Legends 2 has a thing like that, where it has a game, Resident Evil 63. Thank you very much for sharing your community with me tonight. We've also done some minifigs already. So this is going to be, I build Lego every Friday night and Wednesday night. Friday nights are a longer build, like this is going to be. This will probably take a number of sessions. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. My Wednesday streams tend to be shorter builds, something that I can do in less than 2 sessions. So I do it in 1. Sometimes do run a bit long with those. I underestimated on Wednesday. And I also do a minifig prediction thing where I take a set of minifigs, collectible minifigs, pull one out, and viewers predict whether I can get it and how quickly I can get it. Got one within 20 seconds today, and the other 2 were about 30 to 40. There's my 1x2, there it is. Oh, that's a 1x3. Are there any Lego house designs that you'd conceivably want to live in, including this building? I mean, so if you assume that the selective compression that many of them have gets built out to a normal size, I don't know that there's any that I really wouldn't want to live in exactly. Hey, they're tending to get toilets these days. And I mean, I generally assume that, like, you know, there's a limit in the amount of space that you have. If you're saying, you know, like, with the compression that they have, then probably not many. Probably not many. They end up being extremely cramped. Pigman, welcome. First time here, may I ask any particular reason for building Home Alone in February? Yeah, so this is the, this was I have a bits goal. Right now it is the lighthouse, and it just so happened that we got to the bits goal, and I waited until double VIP points to order it, and this is when it came in. So no particular reason beyond that. It's just when it was when I had it, when it came in, kind of thing. How about that Friends Mansion? I'm not a big fan of that kind of style of architecture in a lot of ways, but at the same time, it is gigantic. We did build that. That is actually what we finished last Friday. It is a nice place, but I don't know if I would want to live with that many open, like that, all those big windows. I kind of like, you know, a little bit more privacy than that. But that set is great. Old likes brutalism. Well, I do. I live in DC, so, you know, I kind of have to. Anytime is a good time to build. Yep, there is that as well. But yeah, so it was just that we finished up our, like, the goal for that one, and I waited until the next time I could get double VIP points, and I got it. So all those open window houses remind you of the opening of Scream. modern home trend of floor-to-ceiling, wall-to-wall windows on the ground floor makes so little sense to you. Yeah, well, and especially when you have Lego, which doesn't do too well with bright light, especially sunlight, natural light. Yeah, it's a little. I want a little bit more control over the the yellowing of my white pieces. What is one of your favorite sets in your collection? Well, probably my favorite set at this point in terms of more modern stuff would be the Lion Knight's Castle, and I am super excited for the upcoming Medieval Village. The Lion Knight's Castle is just absolute gorgeous set and so much fun to build. In terms of like overall sets, you know, not controlling for nostalgia, so many old ones. One of my favorite sets of all time was Main Street, 6080 Main Street. Was it 6080? No, not 6080. 6680, 6690, something like that. It's been a while. I actually got that one aftermarket many years ago with the box because it was my childhood Holy Grail set. But then there's also stuff like the airport shuttle and things like that from way back then. But in general, I like the sets that LEGO is coming out with these days. Just blow those away entirely, with the exception of nostalgia. You know. Would I go for any of the modular apartments? I mean, it would depend on so many different things. You love how the Lion Knight's Castle had little story things in it? Yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm not a big fan of apartments, Lil Bunny, and those are very small apartments. So there's that. But, you know, if I have to live somewhere and I don't have a whole lot of choice, and sure, they're fine. Not the one where you have to climb up a ladder to get to, though. That one on the police station, that's, that'd be a no. That'd be a no. Same childhood white whale for you, but looking at it without nostalgia-tinted glasses? Yeah, it's not great. I mean, it's what it is, but it is extremely simple in comparison to what you get today. So, I do have the 2009 Medieval Marketplace. I do not have the Mill Raid, which is unfortunate. But I do have that Medieval Marketplace. All right, so spare parts. We got dark orange and brown 1x1 plates, red 1x1 tile, red 1x1 quarter cylinder tile, 2 pink 5-petal flowers, a bright green 3-leaf plant, and a gray Technic pin as our extra pieces. Your hours and hours of daydreaming about it in the mini catalogs? Yeah. Like, I don't... And I did get the re-release of the Main Street as well. And I don't regret any of that, but, you know, it's one of those things where it was great for a 1980 set. It would not be great today. It probably wasn't great when they came out with the re-release, in comparison. My old sets that are in good condition are not parted out. So those, many of those are set aside and stuff like that. But it depends a lot on the era and stuff like that. What years are you talking, Isavan? Because I never watched that, so I don't know when that was out exactly, other than very vaguely. Let's see, there should be a scarf, and now I need his legs. There we go. Late 2000s. I don't know that I have any. I don't know that I was watching... I wasn't watching a whole lot of TV at that time. I mostly would have been watching anime at that point. Alright, so we can have Kevin in his sweater with a scarf and hat. There's the back print. And he has the, face. And we can get him with... for inside. Alright, thank you very much once again, the Jang. I really do appreciate it. And I hope everyone enjoyed your stream as well. And definitely have a good de-lurkin relaxation. Or de-stream relaxation, I should say. There's the ice cream. Alright, the ice cream doesn't actually, like, stick into the bowl, so you have to, like, carefully balance it and stuff like that. But it does have a nice big bowl full of ice cream. There. Go ahead and get these over on that side. We'll figure out someplace to put him a little bit later. Alright, we can make his toboggan. But yeah, I mostly would have been watching anime at that point, for sure. And probably not stuff that was airing on TV. That's a real Two-Face villain. I do like that they include that. The only downside of that is, you know, the necessity of having hair or hats that cover the back of the head. Which, now that they have, you know, like, hats with molded hair and stuff, that's pretty good. If you were left home alone as a 10-year-old, that's what you would have been, you'd have done too? And jump on the bed? Whee! Alright. There you go. You can launch the toboggan right down the stairs. Yep, and it goes ahead and shows that. Alright. So, back corner of the house here. Yeah, I was not really watching a whole lot of American animated stuff. I wasn't really a big fan of it. Certainly not like the episodic comedy stuff. And I definitely don't remember what was on when for the American stuff that I did watch. My favorite time of American animated programming was the 90s. Where you had, like, Gargoyles, Batman animated series, that kind of thing. Let's see, that is 2 and 2. There we go. And JJM Jim, thank you very much for that raid. How's it going? Go ahead and get you a shout out. How's it going? Thank you very much for that raid. What were you up to tonight? We are building the McAllister house right now. All right, get our train tracks around the hole. Still have the Adventures of Mini Goddesses spin-off of Oh My Goddess. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Oh, you want that set? Yeah, it's pretty nice so far. Alright, and get that right down there. Okay. 2x8. Just found some fellow Lego heads and joined your first raid on Twitch. Nice. Well, that is always fun. Stream Friday evenings a couple times a month outside of normal schedule. Tonight you were building the office set. Ah, yeah, I built that one a little while ago. That was a lot of fun to build. Really nice details. I actually don't know the office very well, but had some viewers who were pretty into it. That was pretty nice. And then afterwards, after I put it on the shelf, Dunder Mifflin got a new employee. A friendly fellow, kind of friendly. Keeps saying "my precious" all the time when he steals things from people, though. Lots of stickers, but you're okay with that because so many lovely Easter eggs. Yeah, and I mean, it would be very prohibitive to print all of that. I'm not normally a sticker person. Like, I'm not going to be putting the ones on in this set, but I put the ones on in that one. I figure if I ever make a non-The Office building, I can use them there. Fun use of R2 legs for the fireplace here. Let's get the arch on there. Did you get it completed, or were you just starting to build it tonight? There's the other. All right. So let's ask the real question: how are the burglars meant to fall into the Christmas tree decoration trap if they're already immune to stepping on Lego? I don't know. I don't know. A pair of 1x2s with clips. Yeah, this set was a bits goal that we achieved a little while ago. And the current bits goal that we are working towards is the lighthouse, which is really, really nice. You were hoping to finish, but let's be honest, you never get as far as you think streaming a build. Yeah, that is definitely true. Finish 5 out of 10. Nice. So about halfway, yeah. That's good. That's good progress for sure. And howdy, Sentient Cookie. How's it going? You hear the Stellaris soundtrack? Yep. Makes for fun background music. Can you imagine how bad the cleanup from all of this was? Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of destruction, and multiple instances of, I can't believe the house didn't burn down, and stuff like that. On the other hand, his mother might have been so happy to be home with him that she would not have had a problem doing all the cleanup. I don't know. That is very, very loose. I wish that was on a friction half pin. Where is the flower? Howdy, Infinity Simplex. How's it going? Stellaris music is a good chill time. Yeah. Let's see. Ah, there it is. The flower. But yeah, like, I really wish this were on a friction half pin there. And a gold fence in front of the fire. Alright, we have a pair of stockings to hang. There we go. Alright, get that one on there. Let's move it a little bit more central. There we go. And second one. There's our clip. So I also do other sorts of streams. For those just coming in. Tomorrow at about noon Eastern, I have a D&D session that I will be playing. I will be the Dungeon Master of for Spelljammer. Old School, 2nd edition. And that one has been going on for quite a while, that campaign. I think we're up to 7 years now. Mondays, right now, I'm playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, the latest game in the Yakuza series. Wednesdays, I play some retro games chosen by viewers in the morning, and then in the evenings, I do some Lego building. And that Lego building is more along the lines of like one stream session builds, and Friday is for longer ones. Ah, the old days of Thaco. Yes, Thaco is love. And Fridays, in addition to this longer, like, build session that I do, that takes place over multiple streams, I do, right now I'm playing Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster in the mornings. So do stop by for some of those streams as well. Alright, up above the mantle, we get a little froggy, gold froggy. Always fun times. There we go. And Bahorn, subscribe to Tier 1. Howdy, how's it going? 16 months, very nice. Okay, in the center we get a white ball joint. There we go. Some presents. A copy of this Lego set, yep. Makes sense. Kevin McAllister is going to build his own house out of Lego. Right there we have some of the broken Christmas balls, I think. A black roller skate would be about there. A blue one. That goes about right there. There we go. Okay, we got our bracket. 2x2 plate. Should ask for Kevin Fortnite Lego, then it would actually build his house. That would actually be pretty interesting. Let's see. Green 1x2, 2x4. Sticker would go on there, but I generally do not do stickers, so I'm not doing them. And Bahorn, thank you very much for those gift subs. I really do appreciate that. Thanks a lot. And 100 bits from Anghamarand. Nice. Looks like we're going to get a hype train going. Okay, red roller skate there for the train car. My family never did the, like, train around the Christmas tree. And it was really the Lego community that made me realize that that was even a thing. Got to know some Lego people who online who did that back in the olden days. The olden days of Lugnut. Lugnut, if you are familiar with that. Which is actually still around. I don't know how much it's used these days, though. Another red roller skate. There we go. Okay, we got the Christmas train rocking around the Christmas tree, yep. Okay, get that on there. Feels a little off. Let me see. Yeah, that's not quite down. I think because it's not actually... See if I can get this on a little bit better. Actually feels like it's a little bit... There's supposed to be something under it. No. I think that the piece here is actually depressed a little bit, like very slightly. A portion of a plate. Let's get that turned in a little bit more. I need that turned in a bit more. How's that actually coming up on the camera? Let's get a zoom in there. So yeah, it'll spin around. But because this plate's down very slightly, you can see a little space under the bracket there. Not a whole lot I can do about that, unfortunately. If it's not down, it's probably felt. You've generally only seen it in Christmas cartoons. I don't even know if I ever saw it in that. Although, I might have when I was a kid and just not, like, processed it or something. I don't know. It's entirely possible. This trivia bite. Many people think that the film is unrealistic in its portrayal of how the police would have acted if a Home Alone incident did occur. The writers and directors had actually consulted with a local police officer, Jeff Jefferson, and co-wrote all police scenes with him. The writers and directors were confident with their plan and confused with the audience reaction. 5 years later, Jeff Jefferson was himself arrested for child neglect, having left his own children alone. Jesus. Well, let's be honest. Working with the cops is not always the best idea on things like that. There we go, another 2x2 plate there. For the previous 6 years. You would kind of think that maybe having worked on a movie called Home Alone, you might think about whether you're doing something like that, but you know, not everyone has that kind of self-reflection. And thank you very much for the Hype Train, guys. I got a Hype Train emote. Nice. Alright, next part of the tree. There we go. 2x2 right there. Alright, 3 yellow, trans yellow 1x1 plates. But they got away with it in the movie. There's a difference between, like, a single event and, a pattern of it. Alright, we got a pair of unprinted white birds on the tree. Actually, that is... whatever. It's not the right light, but that's fine. There we go. And the paddle piece. And a star. Gold star. Yeah, chronic neglect. It's a little bit different. A little bit different there. Actually, get that in at an angle. So there we go. We got our Christmas tree in there. And this has got to be some of the most spare parts that I have seen in a bag. So white, green, and magenta 1x1 plates. 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud in black. 1x1 cylinder plates in trans red and trans yellow. 1x1 tile in light azure or whatever shade that is. Green 1x1 tile with round end. Gray 1x1 quarter cylinder tile. 1x1 plate flowers in white, red, and green. Roller skates in red, black, and blue. A gold star. Gold 1x1 cylinder plate with a top peg. A silver spoon. A white bowl. A red 5-petal flower. Gold microfigure. Trans orange flame. Gray half pin. And an 8L pneumatic tube. Well, not pneumatic tube, sorry. Flex tube case. It's a lot of pieces. It's a lot of pieces. Alright, I think we'll do one more bag, and that will be it for the evening. There we go. Okay, take out some of the large pieces here. There we go. And we'll get this one out. Love how I named all the pieces. Auld, yes. You can call me Auld. Yeah, I like to go over the spare parts because one of the fun things about getting sets is just getting spare parts in it, I think. It's like a little goodie. Alright, let's see. That will be a 2x8 and a 1x4 tile. There we go. I mean, even if it's only small pieces, it's still nice. Not gonna run to midnight again? No, no. I do have a D&D game that I need to do tomorrow, and stuff like that, so... Alright, angle bricks. Feel like you're the only one who sorts those big pieces by color? You mean when you're building? Wait a second. Actually, I missed some other stuff. Yeah? I tend to be a little bit too lazy for that. And with, like, maybe if I was building an old set that had, undifferentiated bags, I might do something like that. But in general, with this, I don't find it necessary. Occasionally I'll be like, alright, where is that one piece? But it's always like a piece that's hiding underneath another one, or something that looks like something else from a particular angle. But I mean, you know, whatever helps you build, whatever you enjoy doing, hey, nothing wrong with that. Alright, let's see. 3 side stud bricks. I oftentimes just want to, like, get right into the build, so that's going to be one reason why I don't do that kind of thing. Alright, that one back here. And let's see, that is 5 1x2s in dark orange. There we go. I mean, it totally makes sense. Like and in fact, this isn't even the bet. Like, there's a fair number of bags for some of the steps in this set. A couple of steps have like 3 bags, which they are not doing anymore, and it makes it even easier, I feel like, to just have like a single pile. Let's see. Alright, 2 1x8s. What was the Keanu Reeves movie that I mentioned earlier? Oh, this should be up here. There we go. I don't remember the name. Cate Blanchett was in it. I think it was like The Gift or something, I want to say. Like, the first time I watched that, I really did do a double take at Keanu Reeves' character, because I did not realize it was him. It wasn't even in that much makeup or anything like that. I mean, I think he had a beard, but wasn't even that significant. He was just playing against type, really. There we go. The Gift, yeah. 1x1 plate. I thought it was pretty good. Worth a watch. Were you looking it up to check it out or something, or what? Separated the bricks rim as normal bricks, bigger, not plates. Plates, weird. Ones with plate, small. Then they got really nitty-gritty, and you had to separate out the studless sliding plates from normal studless. Would have taken twice as long without sorting. Yeah, I mean, I imagine... I have not looked at any clone bricks in forever, but I imagine that many of them don't do the differentiation that LEGO does. It takes a lot more, like, manufacturing process line kind of work to do that sort of thing. So, but it was kind of a revolution when LEGO did that. You don't really know how annoying it can be to deal with so many different parts until you have to, like, until you don't have to do that anymore. On the other hand, like, at the time that LEGO was not separating out bags by the steps and stuff like that, they, you know, a really, really, really big set had 1,000 pieces, so... Like the Black Seas Barracuda. bit of a different experience. That one goes right there. Alright, let's see. 1x3. 1x3. Interesting that we're getting a whole bunch of 1x3s and then 1x1s when they have a 1x4 in here. I don't know why that is. Alright, we get our door frame, or a door. Make our... Put our wreath on the door. Get that in there. There we go. So it doesn't... It's a little bit loose in terms of, like, sliding around up and down, but it's still a pretty neat way of doing it. Get a red gem on the door handle to represent it being red hot. And a red flower for the center of the wreath. But also, like, the difference between a set produced today with the bags and a set produced just a few years ago, like Assembly Square. 6 years ago, I suppose, but where they'd have, like, bags 1 through 5 rather than, like, 15 or something like that. Huge difference just in that as well. So, like, if you were gonna take all the pieces from this set and dump them all out at once, then yeah, sorting would be a very good idea, for sure. But, at the same time, you know, whatever works for you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. And sorting in and of itself can just be fun as well. I mean, I know I don't know about enjoy it per se, but it can be, like, calming. Just, you know, turn off your brain a little and do some sorting. 15 is more mentally manageable chunks. Well, it's not even mentally manageable chunks. It's actually more like when you're talking about those the modular sets, and it's like if you had to do like this whole lower floor is one bag, and it's like 5 or 6 bags or 7 bags or something like that. Like, it takes a lot of space. Like you can't. It's a lot harder to like build that on your lap in front of the TV on a couch kind of thing. You kind of need a table. Whereas, with these number of bags, it's a lot easier to just do it, you know, get like a plate or a box or something like that and build it on your lap, or have a little TV tray or something like that. You're doing the haunted house and it has 18 bags? Nice. That is a good one. Yeah, I mean, imagine it having, you know, imagine if it only had, like, 5 bags or something. It'd be pretty crazy. And even this one is, like, because it came out a few years ago, Last year, they really made a big push to stop doing multiple bags with the same number. So it makes a big difference. Okay, pair of 1x1 cylinder plates with hollow studs and a trans yellow gem. Get that right there for a little porch light. And get that right on there. Okay. Alright, that helped. I was a little worried about this until we got this in, but now having this in, it locks it in pretty well. Alright, so spare parts. We got gems in trans yellow, trans red, a black 1x1 tile, and 1x1 plate flowers in lavender and bright green as our spare parts. Lots and lots of gems is always good. Alright, so I think that is where we're going to wrap it up tonight. We will get on to bag number 8 next time, which is going to do a lot of the furniture in here. And pretty quickly wrap up the first floor and move on to the second floor. I don't know if anyone that I normally raid is on. Anyone know any good LEGO streamers on right now? I can go take a quick look if no one does, however. Head on over to the Twitch main page. Kobe said it was USS Missouri BB-63, separate stage bags, but then it had smaller bags inside with bigger bricks, some functional bricks, and things like chain links were in a separate small bag. Only logical to do so. You not opened a big LEGO set in a long time. Do they put smaller? They do put some smaller ones inside, like see, this is bag number 8. There is a smaller one inside. But like there's only the 1/8. Now with this set, the vintage of this set of just a few years ago does mean that there could have been like 3/8, but not more than that. But yeah, like it's very manageable to just, and in fact there's actually 2 small bags in here. But yeah, I mean it's like really manageable to deal with just this one bag at a time as you're building. Whereas back when I was a kid, you know, you'd have all these bags. There wouldn't be bags inside other bags. Like a bag like this one would have all of the 1x1 cylinder plates and 1x1 plates in the entire set, all in that bag kind of thing. And you would, like, it was actually easier to, like, open the bags, but leave the parts in the bag oftentimes, and then you'd know kind of what was, you know, you'd know that the small pieces are going to be in the small bags and stuff like that. Alright, let's see. Taking a quick look to see if I see anyone currently building some LEGO. Yeah, there's someone building the piranha plant. Let's go head over their way, I think. Alright, so I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be back tomorrow for some more, for some Spelljammer tabletop. We'll be back on Monday for more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Wednesday we will be back for more retro gaming in the morning. In the evening we will be building some more LEGO, something else other than this, as a single stream build. Friday, we will return to Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster and get back to working on this next Friday night. So, I want to thank you guys for coming on out. Let's get that raid going over to Random Nurse Gaming, building the Piranha Plant. And, I want to thank you guys for coming on out, and thanks to everyone for the raids today. I really do appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. See you next time, everyone.